right, guys, and welcome back to another edition of Nighttime. Join us again tonight. We have Big Andy.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we tonight?
Sensational. Not as good as you by the looks of it, but
Living life.
love it, love it. And Jono.
Hello, good evening. Hello, all listeners and viewers.
Awesome. Well, good to have you all back. So, well, really, let's get stuck into it, mate. Some footy over the weekend. Let's get into career review. Not the result we wanted.
Seems so long ago, Thursday
Does
night.
How
It's
good was
another
it?
lifetime. I've forgotten about it.
How good was the weather? Oh,
I've forgotten about it. I can't remember. I think I'm getting old. I just too much stuff in my brain. I block all the bad stuff out.
well, I'll tell you what, I didn't forget the weather. We got absolutely smashed. But sitting there in the rain, but
Yeah.
no, it was worth it. You know, you got to support the boys, and we did what we could, but smashed.
And in fact, a few injuries came out of that game too, didn't there?
Adam Clune,
Dom Young.
Dom Young.
What was the old mate got his elbow dislocated or something?
Gyro.
Gyro Momosia.
Yeah, so
What's the outcomes with Adam Clune? Has there been any updates? Is he?
I haven't heard. I just heard that it was 1 to 2, 0 to 2. So they haven't really
0 to 2.
0 to 2. So otherwise,
He's been. I think he's been named.
He
So-
has been named, so I'll see what happens.
so yeah, that's what it was. It come up as 0 to 2. So I think that
somewhere
most-
between nothing and 2.
that's right. So at most 2, if any. Why they didn't put
all over
one? Why they didn't put one? But yeah,
What about Gyro with his dislocation?
Was that 6 weeks?
Yeah, was
I
gonna say
think
that'd
about
be a
6 to 8 weeks, I reckon.
that'd be
Maybe a
6
couple games,
injury.
couple games in
And I
reserve.
saw Dom Young's got to have
that was so
some
unfortunate.
keyhole surgery to replace repair some cartridge.
That was so freaky.
Cartilage. So that's 3 weeks or something, I think.
But that was just a freaky accident. That you know what I mean? Like you just dived over to score a try, and just
A try that was a no try.
well,
Was it?
it was a no try.
I know it was a no try, but was it a try?
It was a try. I can't see why it wasn't.
There was one exactly the same in another game on the weekend, and you're right there. You got the the funky cough going on there.
A little bit of frog in the throat.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, we'll go with that anyway. But I'll have a drink of water thanks to Burton Automotive.
Very
Water.
good.
Anyway, yeah. So I think it should have been a try.
I think it was a try too. Yeah, there was one in another game on the weekend that was. You put them next to each other, they were exactly the same, and they didn't even look at it. It was a try.
That's right. And then
So-
you could also say our other try that was disallowed by what's his name, Randall, and then they went Manly did a similar thing, didn't even check it straight away. Well, yeah, I'm not saying ours was a try.
Randall's wasn't.
Randall's wasn't, but I mean, there's so many that are so close to each other, and they don't even check them. You know, like they checked every single one of our tries. Why not check theirs? I know they probably review it, even though he went try, they reviewed it, but the referee wasn't even prepared to send it up to be looked at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't they still review it anyway
That's
now
right.
these
That's
days,
what I'm
even if it is a try?
That's right. So,
If they call it a no try, they call it a try. Sorry, they definitely review it before the kick's taken.
But it's only
he-
just like a little quick thing, isn't it? It's no major look at every
no.
angle.
But that's hopefully our loss, last one for a while. It was it's saying that. I mean, Manly, we're right in it to probably the 54th minute, I think, roughly. So, you know, then a call went against us, and then they scored, and then poor Jesse Sue was trying his backside out and
Yeah, Jesse looks a bit short at the moment.
Yeah.
He needs a bit of time on the field, but
trying his backside out, and
Yeah.
you know they got a penalty from that, and I think the heads just went down. But
well, the heads went down when that Chris Randall try was disallowed. They Manly went up the other end, scored, and that's when we lost the game. It's just
you could see the frustration for the likes of Jesse and you know even Kurt. But I mean they're trying, so this week they'll be back, I reckon.
yeah, they'll have another crack this week. But anyway, I'll tell you what, it's a big game, Dragons this week, because after that I think we've got the Riverworms and then the Storm.
Oh, so we've got a
Yeah,
tough schedule ahead.
Actually, we could be in a bit of trouble.
I
but
tell you what, I am so pumped for this week as well, but the week after at home, Anzac round. You all know what I think of Anzac round. That is the highlight of my year. You know, each round that is my favourite, and to have it at home There's only one other thing that could have topped that off, other than a win, would be us to have a jersey. Unfortunately, I was going to have it on what caught my eye, but I'll change it. I've got to say it now. Have you seen that disgusting thing the Riverworms have got for a jersey for Anzac round?
No, I haven't yet.
No, I haven't.
Absolutely sorry for Law Boy Gary, but it is pitiful. And whoever designed it, get it up there and have a look.
I'm having a look.
Whoever designed it did not put any thought into it whatsoever.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I reckon Porsche got out and Cruise got out their crayons and they drew this thing. This is absolutely pathetic to me. I mean,
As the
that's right. To me, Anzac Day, well, you know, I wear this all the time with pride. Look at all the Anzac design. That's what I think you should have. And for what they've got is...
have the Knights released a new one? Or
We do not have one for this year. I've got 4 of them. But
Oh, really?
The same one, but there's one over there.
Mm.
But is that it? That's not it.
That's not it.
That is
I was
not
going
it.
to say, because that one, that looks like something my 80-year-old uncle would wear to the workers' club on a Saturday night.
That is it.
That one.
That is it.
That one. Whoa. And they charge what they want, $169.
$169.
Give us a look, Andy. What are you going to say?
$169 for a bit of crayon.
What in...
That'd look good on Jono when they go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I was about to say that's I've got the exact. I've got that exact shirt at home, but I wore it in Hawaii.
Yeah, travel guides.
Oh, travel guides. Well, speaking of travel guides, is there anything you want to bring up about travel guides or anything like that?
No, next on tomorrow night. Oh, it's on tonight. The Central Coast, not Central Coast, Sunshine Coast.
Sunshine
Beautiful
Coast.
area. The beautiful area. And we might have a special guest on next week because someone's got to replace Warren.
Yeah, Big Warren over here is on location next week. He's got somewhere to be. So we've got a guess. Who's that going to be, Johnny?
Oh, you have to tune in next
Oh,
week. So
oh.
if there's any listeners out there, travel guides questions, make sure you get them in.
Oh. Even by Smithers mailbag also. So you might even be able to speak to this guest. So, yeah. As we'll get into later. But yeah, that is absolutely, to me, that is a kick in the face to the Anzacs. Like, that is absolutely pitiful, that jersey. You agree?
It's terrible. It does look like a wine shirt. It's like they've got the creation from Lowe's.
I mean, I love the fact that the clubs are getting, like the Riverworms are getting behind it, but come on. If they can't be bothered and do it, give me a crack at it. Oh, sure, I can do better than that.
As you said before, mate, I reckon Porsche and Cruise would do better than that.
100%. Like, I won't get worked up, but yeah, that just, yeah. I'm passionate about Anzac round, and yeah, that is just absolutely pitiful. But, yeah.
Gaz is pretty happy with it. But
I think, yeah, Gary,
Floor Boy's going to buy one.
Yeah, he's going to buy one. Look at that face.
Well, there you go. There's my point. This comes from probably one of the biggest Parramatta supporters I know. And he agrees.
I only know one. No, I know 3.
Yeah, well, there you go. You can't count. But there goes.
They're all wankers.
But there goes my point exactly. From one of the biggest fans of Parramatta, and he reckons it's pitiful too. So
Yeah, they're pretty average.
yeah.
That's
Anyway.
probably the worst jersey I've seen.
So you know what? I'm going to put it out there. While we're on this, send in your entries. Design a jersey, Anzac jersey. Can be any club you want, as long as it's in the NRL. Send it in, and I'm going to draw who I think's the best.
Yep.
I've got a question for you two.
And we've got a prize for it.
You two lovely gentlemen. What's the worst Knights jumper that we've ever had?
Well, we'll say a lot of people don't like the mining one, but I didn't mind it because of what it stands for.
Well, I was going to say, like, design-wise, probably that one's not one of my favourite, but...
The worst one for me would have to be... That's a hard question.
That's a very good
Probably
question.
year before's away jersey, the white. I'm not a fan of the white.
Yeah,
This year's is a lot better.
I don't mind the white.
I remember back in, I think it was the early 2000s, they sort of had an all white, and it was like the red and blue
Jacks?
Vs. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
like a red and blue V or something. I
The
can
red
remember.
hoops.
I know people are going to be annoyed by this. I never got into all those Marvel character ones.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how much they're worth now? The Spider-Man ones?
How much?
worth a fortune. Same as these.
You can't say that. How much?
It was a few.
Come on, put a price
Well,
on
I
it.
seen one the other day. I do my research, but the one was getting sold the other day for $600.
Fair dinkum.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
So I said to the crazy lady,
I didn't mind the
keep the kids in the cupboard.
I like the Spider-Man one, but I wasn't a fan of the Iron Man one
Yeah.
or something. But
Well, okay, while we're on this, your favourite.
I haven't done the worst one.
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
My worst
George,
one
I apologise.
would be remember the first of the when Cougar first came on board and they were the blue with the red stripes,
Yeah.
just with the one red stripe down there.
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't
was
a
pretty
massive
ordinary.
fan of that one. I did, actually, but that said, I didn't mind the away one, the grey. They had the grey away one.
One that I did like, a white one, was the one that had the silver knight head in it on the side.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
That wasn't bad. But, yeah, that wasn't... What's your best?
The original one, the Henny Penny.
Penny Penny. Ooh.
Yeah.
I've got two. I'll let John have first.
ooh, no, you'd say your two first. 'cause
Well,
I'm-
obviously, you know my favourite is this Anzac one. We've got a couple hanging up here in the studio over there, fully signed one. So I could not get one anywhere.
Do you want me to go and sign it now? or-
No, thanks.
Okay.
I couldn't get one anywhere, and all of a sudden I ended up with four. So yeah,
very
laughing, absolute laughing at that. My other one, back in the days, Robbie O'Davis, Matthew Johns, what was it 92 World Sevens? Was that correct? Is that when it was?
Nah,
World
it
Sevens?
would have been after that. He was Matty Johns. No.
Robbie O'Davis, the World Sevens.
Yeah,
jersey?
yeah.
Yeah, the
Was it
white,
92, wasn't
white, red and blue.
That long ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
it was.
remember. I know the jumper you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good was that?
Yeah, it was a good jumper.
See,
I thought
retro-
it was after that. I thought it was
Oh,
about
could
95.
be. Might be 95. Right. Yeah, it's been a long day.
Jeez.
But
Years
I'd like
just
to
blend into each other.
Oh,
how
don't they?
much
When
get
they
at
when you
this
get to
age.
our age, I'd like to see retro round next year. Bring that jersey back. If we'd have a retro round jersey, bring that one back. But I say it, and I'll say it again. We have an Anzac round at home this year. Where the hell is our Anzac jumper? It's been years since this one.
Well, I agree with that. Like, because like you're having it at home too. Surely you should have one. I understand it. I understand if you're having it at a away stadium, you don't really
100%.
need one. But
100%.
if you're hosting the game, you need an Anzac one.
And our last sponsor on the Anzac one was New Pave Asphalt. They haven't been our major sponsor for years, so I should know, but I can't remember off the top of my head what year that one was. But anyway, that's just the way I think it should be. We should have an Anzac jersey, and that's why I say throw it out there. We've got a prize for the best Anzac jersey sent in. So get your crayons ready. Get your
What's the prize?
some Knights merchandise.
And I would like to hear from the listeners what is their best and worst Knights jerseys throughout the history.
Yeah, that'll be another one to send in. So interesting to hear what people come up with, and
Bonus points if you can send in a photo too.
true.
Jeez, we went on a tangent there, didn't we?
Yeah, well,
Well,
it's a
I'm
good
sorry.
subject.
I'm sorry, Andy. Would you like to talk about the game? Because
No. Well, I asked the question, so I'm pretty happy.
Oh,
That was good.
it's good because it's
I'd rather talk about that than last week's game.
Oh, well, that's right.
We got beaten by the bin chickens.
Oh, I tell you what.
Have you heard the bin chicken song?
Oh,
Google the bin chicken song. It's pretty good.
that's our game for that week. We can't really say too much on that, except for, I spoke to Kurt after the game and BJ and
we're on to the Dragons.
yeah, they were disappointed, very disappointed. So look for big games from their pair this week because I know how much they are itching to get back into it. So
Yeah, we'll talk about it later, but a couple of players coming back this week too. So a couple
Yes.
of big inclusions, which will be very handy.
very
for us.
handy. Anyway, we might go on to what caught my eye. What caught your eye there this week, Jono?
Well, I've got two things that caught my eye, and they both came from the Riverworms and Titans game. And no, not the streaker. What a hit!
Oh, what a hit! But
Thanks for stealing what caught my eye.
I didn't. Okay,
he's got two eyes, so he's got
I've
another
got
one.
two others.
Righto.
Okay, I've got a question for you both. How many Parramatta players is it can stop a try?
Not many.
Well, they need more than three because I saw Guppo come in and there was two other players. Who were they, Gary? You don't want to talk about it? It was
Fafita.
Yeah, like no, they all like slid in together to stop a dropout, like to get a dropout, and they all fell in each other, and someone swooped in and scored a try. Did anyone else catch that?
No, I missed that bit, but I seen most of it. I seen the Fafita.
There was like, go back, if anyone's out there, I need help backing me up on this. There was 3 Parramatters all collided at once going for the ball to force a dropout.
Yeah. And
they all
the
fell in.
Titans scored.
Yeah, the Titans scored.
Yeah.
I tell you what, but
It was Will. Did Will Smith score? Was
Yeah,
it-
yeah.
was it
Almost
Will
better to
Smith
be
or-
Will Smith this week.
Yeah,
Better
right,
there.
absolutely.
I tell you what, but okay, last week, what did I say? Titans are going to come very close, if not win this week. How close was I?
Very.
Not
Very-
close enough.
Oh no, not close enough.
Did you tip him?
I did,
Well,
Well,
but
wow.
wow, that was. Well, you almost
Not
right too.
close.
almost.
I think if you have a look, Jono's running the tipping. I think I picked the round.
I think you
didn't
did, sir. Yes.
Oh. So you went against the Knights.
I did.
Oh, didn't we have this last week? That
Well, you told me. You knew it. You said. You said if you tip the away team, the Knights will win.
He was right about that.
oh,
If you tip the other team, the Knights will win. You said it, so I did
I
it.
honestly thought they would have bounced back.
Well, I tipped the round.
But
So.
my
Good on you.
but my second thing was, how could they confirm that David Feeder try in the corner?
Nah,
Yeah.
They couldn't. I don't know how
But
they couldn't.
good on the linesman. I'll tell you what. Thanks for reminding me of that. The linesman, did you see him? He said straight away, he was down, he's looking at it, he said he got that down. Good on him. I'm happy
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely happy for that. because
100%.
The linesman is actually doing something. Like I said to the linesman there at the Manly game the other day, last Thursday night, I handed him over the flag and said, do you want this? Because you're not using your own, you're doing nothing. So I hand him the Knights flag. He didn't want it, don't know why. But they do nothing. I mean, if they're not sitting there, I applaud. Oh, mate, I'll buy him a beer.
Yeah.
Because good on you. That's what he's there for. And he got down, he said, he scored that and adamant straight up. And the ref went, okay, bang.
Yeah,
So
100%.
Hats off to, my hat's off this week. Special mention will go to him.
Yeah, but like-
good stuff.
we're in year 2022. Surely you would have an angle or something like that to confirm it. But
That's what they should have said, but based on the live
Right.
decision, nothing
Yeah.
to go against that. It's a try, and you go, yeah, fair enough, fair call.
But good on
to
it.
say they definitively scored that
that's
try,
right. Yeah, that's all.
I don't think you could do that.
But
that-
good on what I'm saying again, it's about time we had a linesman that actually done something.
Mm.
And hey, good on him. He's my now favourite linesman. 'Cause he's
Oh.
doing something.
What's his name?
Yeah, Peter Peterson.
Red flag.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I can't remember his name, but yeah, good on him. He did a great job. So take my hat off, Andy.
Yeah, mine came from the Riverworms game as well. It was, I think, big Junior Paulo cleaned up AJ Brimson. He copped 10 in the bin. I thought, I watched AJ Brimson obviously stay down and he held his shoulder. So people are saying, yeah, it wasn't a concussion. He's holding his shoulder. That seems to be a tactic at the moment. You hold another body part and
Oh yes.
they don't. It gives you time to have a look at it. But I think the doctor probably needed to. That was a tackle. If they're saying it's heavy contact on the head, enough to blow a penalty and put him in the sin bin, he's probably enough there for the player to go for a HIA, and they just overlooked it.
Well,
I was a bit disappointed in that.
Well, that's what I was blowing up at the missus for that. You cannot send someone in the bin saying
It's heavy contact
contact
to the head.
yeah, and not have that
Yeah.
player in or just off for like 10 minutes or however long a HIA is.
Yeah.
Well-
and there was massive whiplash there too. Like not just the contact. Like
But in saying that too, while we're on this subject, the ones that stay down when there's nothing wrong with them, Marty Tapau.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I think he
G.I.
did
Jane.
genuinely get a shoulder injury out of that because he went off. He never came back.
No,
on, so-
but at the start first, as soon as he got the penalty, he jumped up like he just won the lotto.
yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, that's going to be the new tactic now. They're always finding a way to get around the rules.
yeah,
They're
can you
going to
imagine?
hold.
It'll be a kick-off.
They'll
and-
hold their ankle or something. And
Yeah, well, it
you've
used to
got
be
HIA, like,
Hindy was the flop, and now it's going to be the Tapau.
yeah.
You know, do it Tapau. But the match review committee should look at this, and if it's blatantly obvious that you're sitting there milking a penalty, and fine them.
The other one,
They'll stop. Fine them.
the other one out of the same game, the tactics by the Titans in slowing the clock down and giving away deliberate penalties.
So they went back and reviewed
So they
it.
went back to review a decision early. I've got massive issues with that too.
Oh, me too.
I do, but I don't, if you know what I mean. I do because it's slowing the game up and that,
I
but
hate it.
there's a loophole there. They've got to change the rule.
100% they do that. That's
And-
garbage. I reckon if you do that's a professional foul, you're in the sin bin.
That is.
Professional foul, you're in the
But
sin
did you hear
bin.
the
Now
ref
we'll
do?
go back and have a look at it.
If you're wrong,
yeah.
you'll be.
Doesn't matter. It's a professional
But
foul.
good on him for 100%. So that's where once again they got to sit down over the period of the off season and go over these bloody rules again.
If they do it, you can't just do it in next round. You've got to educate the clubs.
That's right.
You say, look, we're going to do that a professional foul. If you do that, you're going to cop 10 in the bin, and then we'll go back and review it. But you're stopping the game deliberately at that point of time with a professional foul, so we've got to do that as well. That's the first infringement, and then we'll go back.
100%. 100% agree.
Word it something like
100%
that.
agree with you. Good point. Good topic.
Anyway,
But anyway,
that was what caught both eyes.
well, what caught my eye was the food. Oh, I did my homework on the food, did you?
Oh, yes, I'm interested about this.
Yeah? How'd you go?
I had the chicken tenders.
Yeah?
They're pretty good.
All right?
Chicken nuggets are good. But on the other side, the Andrew John side,
Yeah.
seemed to have a lot different food. There was no sausage. But they had different food to this side.
Did they have corn jacks?
Chico rolls.
Chico rolls.
Cool.
Yeah, no, Chico roll's not a corn jack.
No, but it's the next
It's-
best
It
thing, I
didn't,
suppose.
didn't hurt your wallet too much, did it?
No, not too bad, but they had wood-fired pizza as well.
Ooh.
So, but yeah, wasn't too bad.
Yeah, right.
I stayed away from the dirty dog, cold dog. And, yeah, wasn't bad.
Did you have a pie?
No, I didn't. Didn't have a pie this week. It's too full. But anyway, that was what caught my eye was the food.
Yeah, right.
Was
I had
pretty
a lamb sausage roll the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Lamb and rosemary. It was from a bakery down on the Central Coast. Oh, best sausage roll I've ever had.
Oh, really?
Sensational. I'll tell you the bakery later.
Anyway, yeah, it was that, and another thing that caught my eye was just the 9,000 fans braved the conditions last Thursday, and
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Yeah,
you had work commitments, so that's you can't get through work commitments. That's, but I managed to get there with the crazy lady. We left the kids at home for obvious reasons. But yeah, those who could go, some people get held up with work, but those that could go and did go, good on you. Because it was absolute torrential rain. So, speaking to a few of the players, they were really appreciative of everyone that sat there. So
We don't play well in the wet, do we?
nah, we're not a wet weather team.
No.
We don't adjust. Or look at, well, I suppose we don't adjust when we plan to play for wet weather, like against the Sharks.
Yeah, the week
And then
before.
we didn't. Yeah. So anyway, we might take a quick break and do our research on the Slough and be back shortly.
Did anyone deserve a 3-2-1?
Yeah. I still think there's a few efforts. So,
Yeah,
let's
there
get into it.
there was.
I mean, they all put in a good effort.
They did.
Try. It's just things that come off. But I'll go first. All right, I'll put it out there. I give my three. Went to Kurt, man. He does not stop trying, and he gave my daughter his boots, so he gets my 3 points. But he didn't stop trying. Had to be pushed around a few different positions, but also come off his wing a lot, looking for work when he was pushed out on the wing for Dom Young. So yeah, he got my 3. Kurt's just playing unreal. Randall, mate, I tell you what, everyone was like, "Oh, Jaden Brayley's gone," and some big shoes to fill. But I tell you what, he's doing a good job. And he got my 2, and one went to because I think up until he got injured, he's been playing exceptionally well, was Dom Young. And, if he wasn't, injured, God knows what could have happened, I suppose. But he's just playing exceptionally well. And my special mention this week went to the Touchy. That Touchy did a good job. Yeah, he did one call, but it was a bloody good call. Not in our game, but the other game. So he gets my special mention. Your turn, Big Andy.
I want to give my 3 points to Dane Gagai. Thought he was decent. 2 points, and he probably would have got the 3 points, except he bombed a try, Chris Randall. And 1 point goes to Tyson Frizzell.
Yeah, true.
Stands up every week.
Doesn't let you down, does he?
Oh, mate, our pack's been getting dominated the last couple of weeks, except for him.
I did.
Say foodies have been disappointing.
I will say, too, I got some, speaking to someone this week, and they said they're going to be lucky to, we'll get into it more, but lucky to be able to, field a squad of 24 this week. They're struggling, but Anyway, Jono.
My 3 points went to Chris Randall. Had an awesome game. Plenty of tackles. Got through a huge heap of work. 2 points went to Brady Jones. Played a long game. Tried the whole time. And my final point went to I don't know if he's co-captain or should be a captain. Tyson Frizzell played the whole 80 minutes as well. You never see him take a rest off.
He's a gun.
I will say too. I'll give KP a mention. He's played last week a lot better than he has this year. So hopefully he's coming back. But
he's just got to get all that contract stuff sorted, get it out of the way,
get it done. Like they asked at the press conference,
start thinking about footy.
And he they sort of walked away from it. Just
no, I was happy with that.
Yeah, I know too.
I was happy with how the coach managed that.
But they're just going to keep asking him.
Yeah.
So if it's done and dusted, regardless, I mean, if I want to keep KP, 100%.
Yeah.
But he's got to look after himself. I understand that.
That's right.
And if he's going,
going,
give us the respect and that I know he does.
Yeah,
give us,
of course.
Just let us know, because I've got no. Oh yeah, I'm going to be sad if he goes, but you're not a football player forever.
Nah, there's always somebody else coming through to grab.
And just get it done. And now they, all right, he's done. He's going to concentrate. Like Viliame kick out, or even though that was leaked. But that's done and dusted.
Yeah.
I mean, the Panthers fans are accepting him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, they can move on.
Let's just move on. And that way it gives us a bit of a chance to go and sign someone that's half decent to fill the shoes, like a Reece Walsh. So, I mean, hopefully we get in the next couple of weeks or whatever KP signed on. But if not, let's get it done.
Yeah. I like the way Adam O'Brien looked after him there. But
100%.
They asked him a couple of times, and he said, "I'm not going to answer." Like the more you ask me, it's not going to change anything.
Why can't?
Then they ask again, and Adam O'Brien goes, "No, that's enough."
But my only thing is, why can't they say what he's doing?
Why can't they ask?
No, why can't KP just put it to bed?
Maybe he genuinely hasn't made his mind up yet. I
True.
don't know.
True.
I don't know.
I mean, if it has, just shut him up and just and that way he can concentrate. He's got nothing.
All he's got to
mind.
say, but I'm contracted to the Knights. If anything changes, I'll let you know. Like
True.
Exactly.
I think just from a fan's perspective, it's frustrating not knowing the future.
Right. Of course it is.
But as I said, whatever he does, it's he'll be frustrated if he goes, but he's got to look after himself.
Yeah.
So
he's not playing like a $1.1 million player at the moment, but so he needs to get it sorted and get thinking about his footy.
If it gets out there and open, is it off his mind?
Well,
it's
that's
done
exactly
and dusted.
Right. Done and dusted. You can start concentrating on something else. Playing footy.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what caught our eyes this week.
Yeah, good one.
And night of the round, sorry. But we'll move on to Around the Ground.
All right, around the grounds, first game off the rank. Seagulls versus the Knights, 30-6. Don't need to talk about that game. Pass.
That score didn't reflect the Knights' effort.
No,
that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, that's all we'll say.
We lost it in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Anyway.
This one was a close one.
Good game, actually.
Golden Point, the Warriors 25 or the Cowboys 24.
Did you see this game?
Yeah, I did. It was a
good game, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. And, Sean Johnson in the end.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Next game, this one gave me a bit of a scare. I didn't actually see this game. Roosters 24 over the Brisbane Broncos 20.
Tony Staggs had a great game. Just carved him up that game. Just
I will say,
was it Paul Momorowski? Made him look second class.
I will give a shout out to Tony Staggs too. Gave his jersey to one of the kids in the crowd. So yeah, good on him. Things like that. I have an issue with people that get them and sell them. If you don't want it and you genuinely don't want it, there's other fans out there that would think the world of it. Like my kids have got a few things off players over the years, and we don't sell them. So if you don't want them,
don't sell.
Don't sell them.
Don't take them. Give them. Or give them to a fan on the way out or something. That really
don't even ask for them. I don't know. Each their own, but that's just my view. I don't like it. I think
Anyway, the Storm 30 over the Canberra Raiders 16.
Pretty close.
This was another game. I thought the score doesn't really
reflect it.
Because I thought the Canberra hung around for a fair bit.
They did pretty well. Canberra, to me, are like the Dragons. They're due for a win, and it's going to happen soon. Let's just hope not this week.
Yeah. Next game, the South Sydney Bunnies 24 over the Dragons 12.
There you go. The Bunnies are a quality side. And they lost by 12 points. So
I won't say they're quality, but The thing I took away from this game is Latrell Mitchell.
True.
He's either conversion, he attempted, or how he's now out
shank.
the shank. We'll go
8
for
weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
So that's a bit tricky.
Well, hopefully that's when we play him. I tell you what, the next one.
Next
How
one,
close
Squire.
was I?
Oh, very close. Not close enough, but
No.
floorboard Gary's River Roams 26 over the Gold Coast Titans 20.
Wasn't a bad game. Junior Paulo, a bit physical in that one, which was good. Except for the head eye.
There was nobody come back for the Guth. No one was doing the Gutharino.
Oh. How do they call him the king?
He's the king of the western suburbs.
But there's only one king, and that's Wally. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. They sure are, but
The next game was the red hot team, the Cronulla Sharks 30 over the Tigers 4.
see, I thought they would have put more on him than that, but maybe the Tigers are starting to sort of find some kind of little bit.
Well,
Same as the next one. I thought they would have put more on. But in saying that, did you watch? We'll get on the next one.
the Crazy Ladies, Penrith Panthers 32 over the Canterbury Bulldogs 12.
Did you watch this?
I didn't actually know.
I didn't either, unfortunately.
I reckon it was probably the best game the Bulldogs have played all year.
Yeah.
And that's what the score they got.
That was the best they've got. And, like to hold the Panthers really to 32-12, that wasn't a bad effort from them, I thought. Considering. Yeah, but there's a lot of ex-Penrith players in the team, so maybe they had a point to prove. But still not good enough, but I thought they did a lot better than... I was expecting Penrith to put 50 on it.
Saw a bit of improvement in them, eh?
I was expecting Penrith to put 50 on.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I didn't watch it. I listened to the second half. I'm driving home, and another footy tip and comp I'm in. The last round, you always got to pick the margin. I actually picked the margin in that as well.
Wow, doing well this week.
So
Did you get any bonus points for that?
No, in that comp, I picked the round and I picked the margin. Except for in that one, I actually took the Knights.
Yeah, I tipped the Knights was one off perfect.
Yeah, I got 2 wrong this week, but can't get a perfect round every week, can you?
No.
Yeah, I'll take it while I can.
That's
Anyway.
right. I did.
Yeah, I know. You
In
did
the nighttime one, I did.
In the night time one.
Well done.
Yeah, anyway, that's around the grounds for this week. So we might move on to Teamless Tuesday.
Teamless Tuesday. So the Knights, what are we doing this week? We're going down to the down to Wynn Stadium in the Gong.
The Gong.
Play the Dragons. The Dragons, I think they've won in their last 13 games or something.
I think that's the start.
They've lost like 12 in a row, so
Something's going to change.
oh mate, it's a danger game for us. Like
I'm not feeling.
they're the games we lose. Like anyway, this Sunday 4:05 p.m. The Knights will be down there. They'll be having a good crack anyway. So I'll go through the Dragons side. Moses Mbai, I thought he was all right. He was a bit better than the week before. Last week at fullback. Matthew Fagai on one wing with Mikali Ravalawa on the other wing. Moses Suley and Zach Lomax in the centres. That's a really good matchup for our guys, I reckon. I reckon, the backs.
Lomax is a good player.
Oh, he's very handy.
So Suley. Anyway, Jack Bird's playing 5'8" this week with Ben Hunt and halfback. Francis Marlowe in the front row with Josh Kerr. Andrew McCulloch, the ex-Knight, at number 9. Tarek Sims and Jaden Sewer in the second row. And Jack DeBellin is locking the scrum. Tarek Sims, I don't know. He can play like a busted, but he comes up against the Knights and he always has a great
game. Honestly.
I can remember, I think it was last year when the Dragons charged down. I was sitting right in front of the charge down. You could see him like struggling for air when he was getting to the dry line.
He was offside.
That's the old game Kerman got knocked out in.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So anyway, their bench, Amani's on the bench with Blake Laurie, Josh Maguire and big Georgie Burgess.
They've got a good side on paper. Something's going to change soon.
They're due for a win. But anyway, not this weekend, hopefully.
Not this weekend, that's for sure.
Yeah, Newcastle Knights is a couple of changes this week, which is exciting to see a couple of people back, a couple of players back from injury, replacing a couple of blokes that are probably injured but as well.
Yes,
so
true.
there's some good and bad there. So KP, obviously at fullback. Edric Lee's big one in the back line, comes in to replace young Dom Young.
Sad that one.
Yeah, sad to see him injured, but good to see Edric to get a crack. So, yeah, a bit of like for like there, I guess. They're similar sort of build and similar sort of players. So,
I reckon you'll see a big game from Edric.
Yeah, I reckon come out of the gates, big game.
Intercept try.
Yeah, and Anari Tuala's on the other wing. He's been he's just that quiet sort of.
He just gets in and does what he has to.
Does his job well, and no frills or anything.
You throw him under the same banner as Brody Jones. Just does your job every
does
week.
His job. Yeah, that's exactly right. So, and Dane Gagai and Bradman Best obviously in the centres. So, yeah, I reckon good matches across the board there. The backs So, in our halves, Jay Clifford obviously 5'8". Adam Clune's been named at halfback.
Big game from him.
Yeah, hopefully he can play. Hopefully Adam can play against his former club.
He'll be out for a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was only a couple of weeks ago we were calling him the buy of the year.
Oh, where's that jar?
Hey, where's the jar?
Hey, they had to throw it in somewhere.
I was actually waiting for it. I've been waiting for it the whole night. And there it is.
Yeah.
Buy of the year.
Yeah. We need to hit that boom button. Anyway, massive inclusion for us. I reckon our form front row before he got injured, David Clemmer's back. So he's going to partner his old State of Origin partner, Daniel Sayafudi, in the front row. Chris Randall at hooker. Tyson Frizzell and Brody Jones in the second row, and Kurt Mann, obviously, at lock. So I know we got injuries, but we're still throwing out a pretty strong side. I reckon we're stronger this week than we have been for a couple of weeks with Clemmer coming back. I think we've missed that starch up front, so he's going to give us a lot.
Who's on our interchange?
Phoenix Crosland. I guess if Clune is out, Crosland maybe goes to the 7, I would imagine. Then we've got Jacob Sayafidi, Leo Thompson, and Sawaso Su. So Simi Sasagi's in the 18. I'd imagine he go to 14, and Phoenix Crosland will go to 7.
So you reckon Crossland to 7, and I was thinking maybe Mann to 7, or would you keep him as the lock?
Yeah, I'd keep him at lock. I like him in that 13. Just as
I tell you what, even last week when KP went off, I like, if you watch the game again, I like Kurt at fullback, how he's barking orders and just directing the team around from behind because he can see everything.
Yeah.
And he was back, I thought quality.
Yeah.
But, okay, throw it out there. Milford signs tomorrow. Clune doesn't get cleared. Does Milford get thrown in?
No. He's got to be named by today.
Got to be named by today.
Yeah, got to be named by.
Yeah,
that's why they named
him. That's right. Yeah.
Squad. So
yeah, true.
The other big in on the extended bench is young Jack Johns.
Yeah, true.
He's
Jackie boy.
So
Yeah,
good to see him back healthy as well. So
and hopefully, I'll tell you what, I rate this young kid. He's going to be a superstar as Leo Thompson. He is going to.
He's going to be a good player.
He doesn't take it back a step. Like the Manly forwards were giving it to him last week, and he just got straight back up. I rate the kid, and
he's going to be good. And he's tough. There's something about him.
By the season?
No, not yet. Not yet. You can put your money in there.
Our rookie of the year, he'll take that out, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, I look to, I know, I've seen it, I read it on social media. A lot of people bagging Suaso Su out. Not on.
Yeah.
Like, the bloke just come back. He's got no match fitness.
Yeah.
He tried his absolute backside off. And he was devastated after the game. So, you watch this week. Jesse Sue, he'll have a blinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really been on social media much this week.
I've seen a couple.
So I haven't seen anything, but if that's going on, it was good for us last year.
I'll tell you.
Back from injury.
I'll tell you another thing.
People have got short memories.
I'll tell you another thing too. If you're a Knights fan and you think that the boys don't see these comments, you're wrong.
You show them to them.
No. But I was talking to a couple there the other day. They were asking me questions about it. So I'll tell you what, they see them. So I'll be watching what you say if you want to, stay with as a fan towards them because they see them.
Yeah.
I don't think they did. I thought they stayed off it, but a couple of them asking a couple of things on a few things. I went, right.
Okay. Oh, you'll have to tell us about that in the next break.
Yeah. Okay. I will, but that's good.
It's intriguing.
I like it that some of the players are out there seeing what the fans write and,
Well, you have to. You couldn't not.
But the thing is too, and they said they're out to prove a lot of people wrong.
Yeah.
So it's fueling their fire.
Yeah, good.
good on them. You
Yeah.
know, and they're only human.
Yeah.
But until you have an NRL contract and you're doing better, yeah,
But what I'll say too is, if you're prepared to bag them when times are going tough, you
don't
need to
ride
be-
them
you
when
ne-
we're winning.
You need to be the person that's puts your hand up and
Don't get me wrong. I've said some things sometimes, frustration that,
course.
but you don't. Some go to stupidity. Like they're human.
I hope the referees don't read my tweets.
What about the Canine ladies?
I hope they do, because they need to get corn
Corn
jacks.
Corn jacks. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's that's our team list for this week. But a shout out to Dom Young and Jara.
Speedy
I know,
recoveries.
Mm.
Absolutely. Gyro, that looked terrible, that his elbow.
But yeah,
What they say, 6 weeks.
6
So,
weeks. I tell you what, we're getting
Dom
short on
about
players.
back rowers, we're struggling.
I tell you what, Adam, if you're watching, I am available.
Yeah, Adam, if you're watching, if you're listening,
If
look somewhere else.
I was going to say, Adam, we've got the perfect person for someone to come slice up your oranges at half time.
I do a good job of the oranges. Anyway, bounce back. So we might take a short break and be back shortly, guys. All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's time for Crew View. Yeah, good game this week. Dragons. It's a game we need to win.
Yeah, we've spoken about it a little bit already. The Dragons have not won a game they've lost 12 in a row. No, they can't have. They've won one. So they've won one in their last 13, sorry.
Yeah.
So they're due for a form reversal. Hopefully it's not this week, but they're capable of beating anyone like anyone. So
on paper, they've got a good side.
absolutely. I think a lot of people had them in their top 8 at the start of the year. And
I had them as a dark horse.
yeah, it's not beyond it. Yeah, we saw what Manly did last year, but
What do you think of Jack Bird at 5'8"?
I like Jack Bird as a player. I personally, I'd like the Knights to chase him.
Oh,
We're
really?
looking for a back rower, and he can play the back row. He can fill in the centres. He can play 5'8".
It's your own, but yeah, I'm a,
I'd stay clear away from Jack Bird if it was me,
Yeah.
just because of, look what happened to him in Brisbane. Yeah, like more of that injury kind of bug. Like he was a gun in Cronulla, signed a big contract at Brisbane. Did he even play like half the season, or how many games did he play there?
He was up there for a couple of years. He played very little up there. He was
I
injured
get
for
what you're saying.
2 years, but
I think he would be suited, and honestly, think about it, at the Tigers.
yeah,
The Tigers could probably do with a player like that that's going to help like Luke Brooks out. And just, I think there's a piece of the puzzle at the Tigers that's just not fitting.
yeah, I reckon he'd be massive at the Knights.
Oh,
I
but
think
by all
he'd-
means, could be.
As a player, I think he'd fit in really well. So
Mm.
we chased him hard too when he did go to the Broncos. So we probably did
Yeah.
dodge a bullet there
Yeah, we did, yeah, at that stage.
at that
But
stage of his career. But
in saying that too, if he was down here, that may never have happened, you know?
yeah, never know, do you?
Never know. Big one.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. He could definitely be that way, but I know a lot of people will say, no, he had his time, he didn't want to stay, but there's more to it. And I like Tarek Sims.
Yeah,
I would love to have Tarek Sims back. If we're after a back row, I'd love to have
they're
Tarek.
after a back row. I think the mail is that he's going to the
Storm.
Storm, isn't it? So
Oh,
It
that's
is, but
they'll turn him into a great
imagine if you could get him at cheap.
player. Yeah, nah.
I like it.
If he's got a choice of going to the Storm and the Knights,
Oh,
I know where he's going.
But his wife's in a boxing career and all that now, so do you want to uproot your family? But
Yeah, true.
true. Never know.
I know a lot of people say no, he didn't want to stay, but that was before. You know, things have changed.
Yeah, we were struggling then. We
Yeah.
were a pretty average football team. I can't begrudge anybody moving on at that stage.
Gay guy left,
Yeah,
he's
and
come back.
back. Exactly right.
so
Exactly right.
That's
So,
true.
yeah, the thing was Sims, I don't know about Sims. He can be a world beater. He'll have a good game, and then he'll have 2 or 3 bad.
well, look at
games,
Origin last year,
and- yeah.
killed it.
His form last year was excellent before Origin. So.
Do you think it has something to do with the team he's playing around too? It's not.
Yeah, maybe like the better players, like he rises his game for the better players.
I think the Dragons have just been off since Barbecue Gate. Like, it's I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, there's a few there. Speaking of the old Dragons, Vaughan. Vaughan's not going to be wanted with the Dogs next year.
yeah, right.
Oh, really?
Is that
Apparently.
what they're saying?
Yeah, apparently rumour has it that they'll be moving him on.
Okay.
So,
Doggies do that a lot, don't
that was
they?
a costly barbecue.
Absolutely.
Oh, someone will pick him up, but he's too much of a good player.
I reckon he'll end up in England.
Yeah, maybe.
A nice big paycheck.
Yeah. So Dragons, eh?
The Doggies do that a lot, don't they? They pick up a decent player and they look at him for 4 weeks and then decide they don't want him and move on, like.
Yeah, I still feel sorry for Kyle Flanagan.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's back in now, but
I didn't watch the game like I said before, but apparently he played all right.
he didn't play too bad at all. I'd be having him there with Burton.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, do they need a few more games to gel together, you reckon?
100%.
He's a good organiser, I think.
100%.
That's what they need. They need an organiser, so yeah, I'd be giving him a crack. But anyway.
And then you got Villiamu and that going there next year. So yeah.
Are they going to change the name to the
Canterbury Panthers?
Yeah.
We won't go there. But yeah, I honestly can see a better performance. I honestly think you'll see a massive performance from Edric Lee.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think he'll be good.
I reckon he's going to be like a greyhound on the gates, busting the get out.
Apparently, he's the time he spent in New South Wales Cup, he was a class above. He carved him up, so he's really, really good. So
I like Edric.
Yeah,
Very great player.
Yeah, I know. Floor boy Gary. Before we move on to the next segment, loves it when I go off on a tangent. So I want to bring something up. There's an incident last week with young Marcello Montoya. There was a bit homophobic slur, which was picked up on the mics.
Yes.
It's pretty nasty. It's definitely not wanted in the game, but 4 weeks he's copped for that.
I think that's a fair call too, like because the NRL wants to set a standard saying
Yeah,
if you do this, this is what you're gonna face.
Yeah, and see Ian Roberts has come out and jumped on, and you know, yeah, I do agree, but he shouldn't have said it. And they've got to remember there's cameras everywhere, and there's kids watching the game. Yeah, and that's the most important thing is the kids watching the game. You know, I don't want my kids to walk around and start calling each other beep and beep and beep. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what's going to happen. You know, kids are going to go out and do it. So he cop it on the chin. He said it. So
yeah, so he's missing for 4 weeks apparently. So
4 weeks, making a stand on it. Good on him.
Yeah. So no, anyway, I just thought that was worthy of a mention.
Yeah, no.
Just it's something that the fans need to. We're the fans. We need to stand up.
Oh, Brownie won't be happy with that.
No,
so let the team down now for 4 weeks. So
absolutely.
I honestly think so. The club should give him a fine as well because he stood down. The club needs to fine you now for. It's like us not turning up to work for 4 weeks.
Yeah. At the very least, they need to put him through some sort of education
definitely
program and say, look, you know, this is why it's not appropriate.
He knows why it's not appropriate. Like, everyone does.
Yeah, but you got to. Yeah. Does he though? How do we know what he knows? Like,
well,
he needs to. I'd be sending him to some education and go.
If he doesn't,
this is why it's not said. Why we don't say it.
If he doesn't know, he needs to go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, you're dead right, and let's hope that's the last of it.
You've got to have standards, and you've got to be able to say this is our standards. And if you not going to be up to the standards, this is what happens, and we'll train you up and get you up to our standards.
Maybe
that's how any organisation.
Maybe the
NRL works. So.
Needs a little school where if you're off, you get suspended for things like you're in detention for those. You know, it's like going back to school and they teach you.
There needs to be an inquiry.
Yeah, needs to be accountable for.
He's been made accountable for it.
100%. Anyway, we might get on to the next one, mate.
Yeah, let's pick this round. We've got the Canberra Raiders and the North Queensland Cowboys at Canberra.
Oh, this one's going to be a bloody hard one.
It's tough because it's in Canberra. If it was anywhere else, I'd be
I'll take the Cowboys.
I'd be jumping straight on the Cowboys, but
I'm going to take the Canberra because it's cold down Canberra.
I'm going to take the Cowboys in an upset.
Oh, and because the Cowboys will be at Fishwick before it and tired. That's what we'll go at.
Perhaps.
That was cold Canberra.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's honestly a 50-50 game. I'll go with the Raiders just because they're at home.
Yeah, that's the only reason I was. If it was up Queensland, I would took the Cowboys.
Oh, 100%. If it was played anywhere else, if it was played in Sydney or a neutral ground, I'd be going the Cowboys. But
100%.
Raiders are hard to beat down there.
I tell you what, too, a lot of people don't like the Viking Club.
I don't like it. Stupid.
It's
a gimmick.
I like it because it's getting the crowd involved.
You always got to like things that gets the crowd involved.
Yeah, but they blow that big horn. It's a recording. They're not actually blowing the horn.
But
Stupid.
you, and he doesn't like it. But I mean, you imagine you're even a Raiders player.
If I was a Raiders fan, I'd love it.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
You're walking out as a Raiders player to that. It would be,
Yeah.
So would you be opposed to like everyone having a little shield in a night and just banging the shield when they come out?
Go, all right.
People can bang whatever they want whenever they want. I don't care. Like,
I honestly think there should be more involved with the crowd. I mean, like, Glenn Hall is awesome ground announcer.
he's good.
But give the bloke a hand. Imagine us three amigos out there helping him, giving him a hand on the other side or something.
Oh,
The crowd numbers would just
Out
go
of
up
control.
massive.
the ladies that'd be flocking to the football.
I wouldn't go that far. But, the Nanas, they'll be back.
Oh, the
Might be
nanas,
handy
the
there.
naughty nanas.
They'd be there.
But you know what I mean? Like, let's get the crowd involved. I remember years ago, you used to go to the footy halftime. They used to have the big ball where a group of 6 people on each team had to pick up the big ball and over the goalpost up to the other end and back. Get all the crowd involved more. I know they did giveaways last week and that, but have some fun. Get the crowd involved and
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
reckon that's boring too. That big ball thing they used to have.
Oh, you want to see me run up the
No,
middle of the field
no.
again?
Nah. But I don't
With
know.
the wheelbarrow?
Maybe there is something Newcastle could do.
Yeah, and there's something.
Yeah, something better than that stupid Viking clap.
Yeah, I reckon they'll find something, surely.
Banging the shields, you reckon?
Banging the
Hey.
shields.
There you go. We'll put it out there. There's another one. Right into Jono or us at the show and what's your idea?
That'd be a good question for next
Mailbag.
someone to ring up.
So let us know what your thoughts on how we could have an intimidation night, like the Viking Club. Good one. Anyway, on the next one.
Next one, South Sydney Rabbitohs and the Canterbury Bulldogs.
You'd have to take the Rabbits. You have to take the Rabbits. Yeah. Something's just not right with the Bulldogs yet.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Well, they were better on the weekend. You were
They were
saying.
better. They were better.
I didn't watch it, but yeah,
But
Yeah,
they're just still not.
yeah, they're not polished.
Nah.
Yeah,
Rabbit-
Broom.
Rabbits.
Next one, I reckon it's another Broom game. The Panthers and Broncos, and it's at Bluebet Stadium, Penrith.
I thought the Broncos were all right last week.
They were
I
a
thought
lot
they
better.
played all right. Katoni Staggs, like we said, back in form was.
I still can't see them pushing the Panthers over. I mean, they've got to lose a game sooner or later, but I don't think it's this week.
Yeah.
Panthers for me.
Panthers.
The next one.
Oh, this one's a tricky one, I reckon. Seagulls and Titans, and it's played at Four Pines.
Yeah, back
Yeah.
at Pothole Land, so it'll always be Pothole Land. And
They've done it up nice.
Wasn't
The
it
field's-
wasn't it Lotto
immaculate.
Land at one point?
it was a lot
Yeah,
of
it's immaculate now. The ground.
at the time. It was.
They've lifted it up a
holes
metre or something.
everywhere. Sorry.
They've lifted the playing surface up a metre or something and levelled it all off.
Oh,
It's-
nice.
Yeah, it's immaculate.
Oh, that reminds me. Going back to
Oh,
play.
bin chickens.
No, going back to lifting up the field. We need to do something about it. I tell you what, I know Channel 9 and all that got to have their cameras and that, but we were sitting there watching the game the other day, and the amount of camera people and reporters and that just stood in front of us with their umbrellas, standing up as we're trying to watch the game.
You know what I say about that? Get a better seat.
Oh, you can't get much better than that. We pay for the, good dollars for it, but why can't they just sit on a seat? There doesn't need to be, standing up all the time. We're watching the same thing. I know they've got to do their job and that, but remember, they're getting paid to be there. We're paying to be there. So maybe the field needs to be lowered down and the seating up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, it was pretty hard to see a fair bit on the other day. I know it was atrocious conditions and that, but
I don't know how you get around that. to be honest. I don't know what they can do there.
but it was terrible. Honestly, half the time we're watching the game on the big screen because you couldn't see anything. So, and I love my seats. And I
Short of throwing a pie or something at them, there's not much you can really do.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Corn jacks, throw corn jacks at them.
Like,
Might make them sit down, get them a bit hungry. And
Well, I'm going to go off a wild card here. I'm going to tip the Titans, I reckon.
Titans. If it was up at
Seabus.
Seabus, I probably would have took the Titans, but the getting back on my little thing where I said I'd find out on the break who the sloth was is the Ice Age sloth.
yeah, we looked it up.
Yeah, am I right? It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yes.
A little bit, with a lot more hair, but yeah.
Yeah, but you picture that.
Yeah.
Put a picture of him and the sloth together, and yeah. Anyway, I reckon Manly will be too strong.
Yeah, I'm on the bin chickens in that one. They're back in form.
All right,
They've bounced back, even without Tommy.
I tell you what, John, I could be onto something, but well, this one's going to be a hard one.
this one's a tough one, I reckon.
This is game of the year so far.
The Storm and Sharks, but it's at Melbourne. This one's very tricky.
Oh, this could be. I'm honestly, seriously, this could be toss of the coin material. This one.
I reckon it definitely is.
I'll take Melbourne in a close one.
I would have to go.
2 to 4 points.
I would have to go Melbourne too. Only reason it's in Melbourne.
100%.
I'm going to go the Sharks. Sharks for an upset. They're
Okay.
playing really good footy.
Oh,
They're the real deal.
But if I said the Sharks won, I wouldn't be surprised. But
No.
because they are, as I've said before, they're the team of the year
100%.
so far. They're red hot.
That's why I say it close one. Only because it's at Melbourne. So Melbourne by 2 or 4. But in saying that, if the Sharks win, would not be surprised.
Next game, the Sydney Roosters against the Warriors. You can't go past the Roosters.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. They're
I don't
still
know,
not.
yeah.
They're still not there. The Roosters.
They're not the team that they used to be.
No, they're
There's
not
some-
the team I expected.
I
them
know
to be,
they
like-
said, we didn't have an off season that, but you
That's
know,
what they said.
yeah, we didn't have much of an off season. But you're into round 6.
Yeah,
You know,
Usually,
Something's
that's
changed.
plenty of time to gel together.
yeah. I'm not totally sold on them yet. They've got that. Obviously, got that
Roosters-
potential to be. I started the year. I had them in my top 2. I had them running second, but
Roosters by 2.
yeah, I'm going to go the Roosters. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors did them. To be honest.
Yeah, it'll be another close one, to be honest. But
And the next
matey.
one, the St. Illawarra Dragons at then the Newcastle Knights in the Gong. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say the Knights, but I'm going to say it's a close one. But I reckon this is a coin flip game. Do you reckon?
It
was-
could be.
I
potentially.
was leaning towards the Dragons until David Clemmer was announced as a definite starter for the Knights, and I think that just swings it in the way of Newcastle. I'm just on the Knights.
I have got a bad feeling, but hopefully I'm wrong. Mate,
Yeah.
I'll take the Knights by
Our
6.
form has been pretty average the last 2 weeks, but I think we've missed a little bit up front. That's
Yeah.
been our
And I
issue.
think,
the last couple of
And
weeks.
more game time.
And Clemmer goes a good way to
Well,
fix
and
it.
he brings that mongrel to the team.
And there's more game time under the belt of Brody,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse Sue, and I like Jacob Sofurti on the bench.
yeah.
You watch him come off the bench, I think he starts awesome when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, because you're playing against like a second unit, or you got the team weared down a bit, and he just runs straight through them.
And I think it's more of a mental game too with Jacob. He goes, they've just done that so well, I've got to lift to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the safety, I don't know, maybe they felt like there's a bit too much pressure on them the last couple of weeks, having to do it
100%.
all themselves or
No,
something. But they've been a bit down on form. Their ball handling's been a bit average and
Mm.
not making the meters they normally do. So Clemmer
Which is-
coming,
it's
Clemmer
not
coming
like them
back
pair.
just takes that little bit of pressure off them. And
Yeah. Like,
we've missed him. We're missing
100%.
people bag him, but we're missing Barnett as well.
Oh, yeah. I'm sad to see Barney go, to be
I think
honest.
it's some of the speed off the line with Barnett.
And, Jacob and Daniel, they'll be first to say their form's way down. So
Yeah.
with the likes of Clem helping them and all that, you watch the form turn around.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think he's going to be a massive in for the Knights.
Anyway, the last one.
Gary's Riverworms against the West Tigers at Combank.
Is it time for the Tigers to cause an upset?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see that shake at the nod of the head. Gary thinks it is too.
I can just feel the pins in me back, man.
I think the Riverworms are going to win this
Yeah,
comfortably,
they
and it'll be
should,
Madge's
but-
last game.
You
Yeah.
reckon he's gone?
I reckon he's running out of time.
He should know, Warren.
Yes, that's true.
No, just
Yeah,
no
I feel
intel to back
sorry
that
for
on.
him.
Nothing to back that on, but I just
I
think
feel
he's
sorry for
run
him.
out of time.
to
And,
be honest.
it's the media, like.
And there's
your
only
coach-
so
your
much
coach-
you can do.
Your coach doesn't drop balls and miss tackles
That's
and,
right.
and do all that stuff. But he's a premiership winning coach. He's obviously
So I reckon
in
he
another system he might work out well, but
I reckon he's honestly deserves to see the year out. I reckon,
Yeah.
but
Who do you put in? Who do they chase?
Trent Barrett.
I reckon the Dogs. Hey, go on back on that.
it's
Go on back on that. Is Trent Barrett a coach or is he not? He's not a coach. You know why?
Gus.
Gus Gould is the coach and he's the puppet.
Yeah.
Because did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
He had to ask Gus Gould's permission
To play Flanagan.
to play Flanagan.
Yeah, there's something not
So
right.
who's the coach?
Oh, I'd say that Gus Gould, what was his 5-year plan at Penrith? Or just
Well,
I don't know
it
if
turned out to be a 10-year plan. But
yeah,
but
but
he
I
got
was
there
going to
in the
say,
end.
I was going to say a 10-year or 5-year plan when he left. Is that what he was setting it up for?
But the
I
thing
feel
is,
sorry for not Flanagan, for Barrett,
I know.
because but he's got to honestly grow a set button and just say, look, mate, this is my team. Because if things aren't going right, who's going to be sacked?
Well,
It's not going to be Gus Gould.
Well, that's where
so he's got to
stand up and
say,
say, I'm only the puppet here. Let me have my own say.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, but I don't feel sorry for Barrett, but because look what he's done with Penrith, like
100%.
Cleary. Then he would have done something with Blue Light. Like, he knows how to coach, but he's not a head coach. He's more of a position
Yeah,
coach.
he's an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Champion assistant coach and maybe half coach.
Yeah,
But in saying that too,
I don't mean as far as his coaching ability goes, but I mean
I think he
as
done.
far as having Gus.
He done a bit of a dirty too on Penrith,
Mm.
poaching the players during the off season. Then he should.
Yeah,
have.
but
That's-
I mean,
God.
they all do it. But
That's business, but that's
Business and karma doesn't work out sometimes.
yeah, well, but I'll take the River Worms. I reckon they'll do it. But if I was the West Tigers, I'd be looking for. I'd be going after the Walker brothers,
Mm.
the two Walker brothers, because they both want to coach.
Yeah.
And you get two coaches for the price of one.
Yeah, that's
And I
true.
tell you what, the way
they work well together too. I was with that
100%.
Coach Ipswich, wasn't it? In the,
Did you see the way they coach them? But they coach them as an attacking team,
Yeah, play footy.
and like it might be the second tackle,
Yeah.
and they boot the ball, and their fast winger runs through or something. Exciting, yeah. I'd be going after them. Man.
If the job did become available, and we're not saying it will, and you're an up and coming coach, would you want to take it?
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
Oh, I don't know. I
Big
think
call.
I think it's you
I
need
reckon
someone
it could kill a career
It could,
exactly.
before
That's
it kicks off.
But you go in and you go, okay, I want this job, but I want it on my terms.
Well,
I
that's
want-
the
But
only
you
way
can't,
do it.
yeah,
I
but you
want-
can't do that as like a young whippersnapper coach. You need to have like
But
experience.
if I'm a CEO, right, and you come to me and go, I want this, I want to do it this way, and this is what I want to do. I like that because it's showing you've got the balls and you want to, you know what I mean? So I'd love to have a coach like that to come through and say that and be prepared to have a clean out, whatever it takes. I think them losing Cleary was a big.
Yeah.
If they had Cleary, things might have been different.
You need to you'd need to take the Nathan Brown approach when he came to Newcastle and
Clean out,
say,
rebuild.
there's going to be a couple of years of hard times. I'm preparing you for it now. This is what we need to do to be a stronger club. We've got all these issues. Needs to be a clean out. We're looking at a 4 or 5 year plan, but
Well, here's the
Anyway.
next question: Who's the first person to go? Like
Luke Brooks.
Luke Brooks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no, and I don't say that because I think he's a bad player. I think
He's
a
just
ver-
not
I think
suited
he's
for the Tigers.
I don't even know that. I think he's a very good footballer, but
Just needs a fresh
I
start.
think he needs a
He
fresh
does.
start.
I just don't think he's suited for the Tigers. But you throw him in a team like maybe, just example, Parramatta, the kid could shine.
You throw him in the Storm system or the Roosters, he'd
100%.
be the next Cooper Cronk.
100%.
Oh,
He's
even
just not suited. That is not the puzzle for the
what was I thinking of? Even the Raiders, I reckon.
Yeah, they're looking for a halfback. He's got the skill set. He's a good player. He's
Oh,
just,
yeah. He's playing NRL, mate. He's got to be
I
up
don't
there.
know. There's something in the Tiger system. They just don't seem to play with
Well,
that
even-
confidence.
Look at James Tamu.
Yeah.
Awesome player.
Yeah.
You know, played out of his skin with the Panthers until he was not wanted. Now look at him.
Oh, but
know
I think
what I
that's a bit. I think that's a bit of like age and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but well, I think the biggest red flag for me is when they had a meeting with Adam Reynolds and Madge was his coach at Souths, and he didn't even want to go there. So that was my big red
Adam
flag.
Dewey.
Yeah, it's a good call too. Yeah, Adam Dewey. Well, he's back in a couple of weeks. So,
So let's
is
see
he
what
back
happens
this
there.
week or
Back,
no?
I
Hastings
think
is back this week.
Well, yeah, I think it might be another week for Dewey.
Another week.
Things might change then, hopefully. But yeah. All right, guys, it's that time of night again. It's time for Smitter's Mailbag, and it's our first with the live on the show.
How exciting!
Very
Oh.
fun.
Have we got it? How's the switchboard going there?
The switchboard is
Gary?
actually going off. There's a few,
Got some calls.
got some calls. So we might take to our first caller.
Who we got?
Our first caller. Who we got there?
Mitch.
Mitch Merrick, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
Hey, Dean, how are you?
Good, mate. Welcome to the show, mate.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. You got Big Andy and Jono, as you know, with us. And so, what's your question, mate?
My question is tonight: do you reckon we'll sign Anthony Milford for the rest of the year?
Good question, mate. But I'll throw that over to Jono.
Oh, well, do you want to get Milford in to like mix up the squad and like I think we've all pretty gelled well together. I don't really want to chop and change the team at the moment. That's just me.
I'll give you the drum. You'll be a Newcastle night by the end of the week.
Yep, I think I agree with Andy. The mail that we're hearing, and was Barry Toohey even confirmed, didn't he? That Milford will be Newcastle night this week. Especially, I suppose it helps too with Adam Clune under a bit of an injury cloud. So I mean, it's for 12 months. So
that's not 12 months. It's like more like 8.
Not even. Yeah, it was for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might be benefit for us, especially later on in the year.
Yeah, so he was cleared of all his court matters on Monday. So that's all out of the way. It's a matter now of getting the contract registered, I suppose, with the NRL and get him on the park.
Well,
I reckon he's
when-
going to be a good addition to us.
Oh, but I don't want to mix up the gel of the team. They're all pretty gelled well now. But my question is, how long will he be ready till like he's ready to play?
Yeah,
Because that's a big
reserve
thing.
grade. He
Yeah.
should have to come in a couple of games in reserve grade, unless we've got injuries. But like you and obviously Mitch, we know Mitch a bit. Mitch has got a friend, favourite, of Kurt Mann. And you don't want to, pull Kurt or any one of them out when they're playing good. So he has to bide his time.
I don't reckon he'll replace Kurt. I think Phoenix Crosland.
Phoenix.
He'll probably slot into the 14.
But he still should a day or two. A game or two
in reserve grade in New South Wales Cup, and then throw him on the bench. And
He needs to get like footy fit because there's regular fitness, which I've got no idea, no doubt he is, but he's just got to get footy fit, and that's only game time.
Yeah, that's right. But he could play 10, 15 minutes a half, and he'd carve defences up.
Come on late in the first half.
Tied forward packs.
A bit like Connor Watson used to.
Yeah.
Come on late. Oh, good question. Mitch, so welcome to the show and our first ever caller, mate. So
and we're getting him cheap too.
Yeah, we're getting him pretty cheap because the
absolutely.
So why not?
Apparently cheap.
Cheap.
No worries, Mitch. Thanks for calling in, mate, and being a part of the mailbag.
Part of history.
Anytime.
First caller.
Anytime. Thanks for having me on, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.
No worries, mate, and go the Knights, eh?
Thanks, champion.
And hopefully we can win on Sunday.
Oh, mate, sounds good to us. I think we will, eh?
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time for our second caller. Who have we got there?
It's my name's Alan.
Alan, welcome to Nighttime, mate, and Smitter's mailbag. And what's your question for us?
To say thank you and appreciation to Kurt Mann. My young man Aiden approached him, and when he was visiting at the Newcastle South football grounds.
Yep.
And seeing someone, and my young fella approached him and politely asked Kurt Mann if he could sign his shirt, and his response was great. And
mate, you won't find a better bloke in rugby league than Kurt Mann. Not just on the field, but off the field, he's got all the time in the world for the supporters. I mean, there's a lot of players that do too, but Kurt Mann is an absolute gentleman.
But when my son walked away, he was over the moon. He's here jumping around now.
Oh, well, that's what it's all about too, mate. The kids and supporters keeping them happy. And Kurt also, after the torrential rain on Thursday night, gave our young daughter his boots.
Oh, he doesn't get the nickname Kurt the Man for no reason.
Oh, you should have seen her. It was like, Dad, who? Just give me the boots. She loved them. So
she pushing you out of the way for the boots.
Unfortunately, we didn't take her because it was, just the torrential rain. But he knew and brought them over to us and passed them on to us. So we did, and so she gave one to her brother. So they were both as happy as Larry. No, he's a champion guy, mate, and you'll never have any dramas with Kurt sign and stuff. So it's good to see that there's fans out there getting keeping happy.
Yeah, Alan, it puts things in perspective a little bit, doesn't it? You hear you get on a forum or something, you'll see people bagging players, and Kurt Mann copped it a little bit last year. But then when you meet them and you have a chat to them, you realise they're decent people, you know, trying to make a living like the rest of us.
And they're only human.
And they're human, and, you know, to me, it just puts it in perspective.
The Facebook and stuff they cop after the game not needed. They need
No.
They need sound to support them, not bag them out every time they make a mistake.
I mean, we all get frustrated with a loss. That's just human. And I mean, none more than the players. So, yeah. Mate, that's awesome to hear that Kurt made your young fella's day. And we'll pass on that message to him for you. And, yeah, hopefully we can see you at a game soon.
Well, yeah, we're actually just near. We see you every game because we're in Bay 55 there, just above the tunnel.
Oh, righto, mate. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that you see us every game, but no, mate, come up and say good day, and yeah, no, it's.
You want to say it over there? Just say thank you very much, Kurt Mann.
Thank you very much, Kurt Mann.
No worries, little fella. We'll pass that on to him, and yeah, see what we can do for you. But yeah, come and say good day, and yeah, it's good to hear a story like that.
Will do.
No worries, guys. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
Alan.
Cheers.
Cheers, Alan. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys, it's time for our third caller. The switchboard's lighting up. So, third caller, welcome to Nighttime.
Hello, it's Christopher.
Hey,
From Guitarist.
Christopher Vassallo, is it?
Sorry. Yep.
How you going, Chris?
Good, thank you.
Mate, what's your question for the mailbag tonight?
Okay, I'd just like to know what everyone thinks our chances. It's only early days, I know, but what our chances are of making a top 4 or even the top 8 this year.
Oh,
with the amount of injuries that we got.
Mate, I'll throw that over to Andy first. Andy, your answer?
Yeah, I don't think, and even from the start of the year, I didn't see us making top 4. I think we're definite chance top 8. I think we've got a similar roster to last year, the year before. 7th, and what did we finish 7th the last 2 years? So, I think we're going to be in a similar sort of position. We're going to struggle for the next few weeks, but after that, I think we're going to start putting some wins on the board.
Yeah.
Well, we just got a major boost today. We got Doug Clemmer back and Edric Lee.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. So
no, that's good.
They'll bring something to the team. So you never know. I think the Dragons. What have they won? One of their last 13 games or something.
And I tell you what, they're due for a win. So that's
not this week.
Yeah, not this week. What are you talking about, Sminner?
But that's what scares me. You know what I mean? They're due for a win.
That's what scares me too.
Yeah.
They're our bogey team.
Jono, your thoughts, mate?
I think the top 4 is pretty much in cement at the moment, or not particular at all. The Panthers, River Worms, shout out Gary, Floor Gary, who else? Storm and probably Roosters, or maybe Sharks.
Yeah,
top 4.
Sharks in there, I reckon.
I reckon definitely can sneak into the top 8, either 7th or 8th, but just got to keep stringing these wins together.
That's exactly right. One win at a time. So.
That's right. I think a lot of it's going to come down to injuries, etc. If we can keep a fit and healthy team on the park and control the ball, I think, we'll be in a good step for each game, which will, take us further through. So, yeah, good question, Chris.
That's all right. Thank you.
Yeah, mate, we would like to thank you too. We know you support the show a lot. You listen every week. And
yes.
And, yeah, mate, that's good to have you on the show. And, yeah, we'll catch up with you soon and go the Knights.
Go the Knights and Cape for life.
No worries, mate. Thanks very much to Christopher Vassallo, our third caller on the mailbag. So, all right, guys, and it's time for our fourth caller. We'll make it 4 this week, just for the first.
Yeah, it's the first week.
First week, and get in there. So the switchboard's all lighting up. So it's time for our fourth caller. Welcome to Nighttime. Who we got?
Hello. Is this Sharon?
No.
You got the Nighttime.
Oh, what is this? Is like a radio show or something, mate?
Yeah, on the radio.
What, did I win something?
No, you're not winning, mate.
Nah, you're not winning at all.
What
was a pretty ordinary radio station, then, isn't it, mate? Oh, did we
Ah.
not-
It sounds like we're the winner. Who we got?
Sharon, I'm on the. Hey, Sharon, I'm on the radio. There must have been. What were you playing? A couple of my songs and that.
Oh,
Yeah, we can play a couple of your songs.
yeah.
What's this radio station about then? Like,
It's a nighttime football show.
what night? What is it on at night time?
Newcastle Knights Rugby League in Australia.
Oh,
sounds like
rugby,
you've got a bit of an
yeah.
accent. Where are you from?
I'm from England, mate. But I've been living in LA for a couple of years. But I must have dialed the wrong number. I was just trying to get Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, mate. Yeah, no, close. Steak and Chops might be able to help you out with a bit of food there, but
Hey, Sharon, what do you want from Uber Eats? Just a question. Did you say rugby league in that?
yeah, rugby league, mate.
Oh well, what's going on over there with COVID? Do you know? I actually won't get COVID because I don't know if you know, but once upon a time I seen a little line of ants on the ground, and I got down on my hands and knees, and the ants went into my body, so I've got antibodies. I won't get COVID.
Oh, mate.
What's your name?
Is it? Well, I can't use my legal name. I don't own it anymore. So just say, call me the Prince of Darkness, Foggy Osborne.
Oh, you sound a little bit
Yeah, mate.
paranoid.
What's up to you, innit? Maybe.
You're on the nighttime show, mate. Have you had your medication?
I have, mate. I was watching something on the TV the other day. It was something about you've got a really good side there, but apparently one of them might be a dolphin. I didn't know they played rugby league.
Mate, there's all sorts over here. You have to come over one day. We've got dolphins, we've got tigers, we've got everything.
We got Titans.
To your Titans. I wrote a song about a Titan once, and it was all about like a man whose pants kept falling down. He needed to tighten his belt, didn't he? Sharon, I told a joke on the radio.
Oh, mate.
All right, well, listen, I'm going. I'm sick of it. Dave, before I go in that, did I win something?
Mate, stay tuned. Next week you might win something. You just never know. Get on and have a look at our show and tell us what you think.
Crap radio station, mate. All right, Uru.
Sound like an old war pig there, mate.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good on you, Aussie.
Thanks, Fozzie.
Anyway, that was
Foggy
random.
Osborne.
Oh, sorry, Fozzie. Sorry.
I mean, that's a random call. That might have got the wrong station, but anyway, thanks to Fozzie from over there, and sound like Dublin or somewhere.
London.
London, yeah.
Good old
Anyway.
England.
Aussie. Fozzie
Fozzie Osborne,
and
wasn't it?
Sharon. Yes.
Maybe he was talking to your missus.
Frankie lady.
Yeah. Might have been. Anyway, we might take a short break after that, and it might be a long break, but we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, and welcome back. And that was Spinner's mailbag, but time for a bit of humour. A little bit of humour, and the crazy lady back on this week. So over to the crazy
I heard
lady.
she's been putting a bit of work in this week too, thinking of some good jokes.
There's some people that are really hard to impress.
Well, let's do it. Make me laugh.
Not Jono. I can always rely on Jono. The secret to a long life. A tough old cowboy from Texas counselled his granddaughter that if she wanted to live a long life, the secret was to sprinkle a pinch of gunpowder on her oatmeal every morning. The granddaughter did this religiously until the age of 103 when she died. She left behind 14 children, 30 grandchildren, 45 great-grandchildren, 25 great-great-grandchildren, and a 40-foot hole where the crematorium used to be.
Oh. Hey, hang on. You've done it.
She put a smile on my face.
Almost.
I was almost there. One more, you might get me over the line.
All right. A man takes his wife to get tested. Several days go by and he receives a call from the doctor. The doctor tells him, due to an unfortunate mix-up with the lab, we are not sure if your wife has COVID-19 or Alzheimer's. The man, clearly frustrated, asks, well, what am I supposed to do with that kind of information? The doctor calmly suggests, I recommend you take her for a very long walk and leave her. If she comes home, don't let her in.
Good one.
Oh. Hey, you got it. You got it. 2 smiles and laughs out, Andy. So you're there.
Good work.
Oh, we got a third?
Not really, no.
Hey, the rumour's been that you've been up to Sayers Inc. the last couple of days.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, how'd you go?
Great. I'm
Yeah,
in
she
love
went-
with my dad.
Went to Sayers on the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'll be heading back there on tomorrow night myself.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
So big shout out to Big Johnny.
Big Johnny.
Get it ready because I'm on my way.
Yeah. Nah, to those that, obviously you can't see, it's, fantastic work. He's done a great job, so.
Can if I'm flexible.
Anyway, you got another
what
one?
have we got next?
Oh, I've got one. So, these 3 brothers live in a house together. One's 96, one's 94, and one's 92. The 96-year-old goes to get in the bath, puts one foot in, goes, I can't remember if I was getting in the bath or out of the bath. The 94 goes, I'll come up and help you. So he walks halfway up the stairs and yells out, was I going up the stairs or down the stairs? The 92-year-old sitting at the coffee table, just shaking his head, having a sip of tea, saying, I hope I don't end up like that. Knocks the table 3 times. All right, I'll come up and help you as soon as I find out who's at the door.
Oh. They're getting good, eh?
Are they getting good?
We should have
worse. I don't know.
Still, I don't know. They haven't passed the Harley joke, but.
Jono does well to remember that.
I know, at
I
his
have to
age.
have it
What are
in
you
front
saying?
of
He's
me.
got Alzheimer's.
No, I do.
Why'd you look at Andy? I was just wondering why he's still got his headphones on, but anyway. Anyway, that's
leave him be. He's happy.
He's probably actually listening to something funny.
Anyway, Warren, and we'll leave that for this week and a couple more. How about 3 next week, eh?
Yeah, 3 next week.
We did 3.
Yeah, then John, I can have
a team now.
Yeah, well, maybe. Oh, we'll throw it out to you in 2 weeks' time. You do one as well, eh?
A joke.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Righto,
anyone, ha-
righto.
Come on, kid, put a smile on your own face.
if
mate,
anyone
if-
has any good jokes, feel free to inbox us and we'll have it on the show.
Yeah,
I've got
attention,
heaps of good
crazy
jokes.
lady. Yeah, but they're probably not suitable for.
Yeah, they're dirty.
Yeah.
They're for off
A rabbi, a monk, and a priest walk into a bar.
Yeah, we might leave that right now.
Can't.
Anyway, that's crazy ladies jokes of the week, and we'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
It's Hughes News. Oh, Hughes!
G'day and welcome to another edition of Hughes News. Ads, how are you, mate? Hey, listen.
Bloody freezing, Jai.
Yeah, no shit. Mate, I'm really sorry. You did say, like, can you book some tickets so we can head over Newey and do some clubbing to catch up with, well, Kalen Ponga and ask him the serious questions, but...
Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, it's not Newcastle we're at. You've sent us to Newfoundland in Canada, and the only clubbing that goes on here is one of the bloody variety. Check it out.
Oh, look, a seal.
Unreal.
Unreal.
That poor old seal wants to protect his head, I reckon.
I know, he probably should wear some headgear, Ads.
That's an interesting point. Tell me about headgear.
Headgear? Well, headgear's been around for absolutely eons. It's been around a lot longer than what you think, Ads.
How long has it been around?
Well, it's been around a lot longer than when Jonathan Thurston wore it, or our man KP wore it himself. Headgear's been around for a bloody long time.
And what's the purpose of headgear? Is it to keep your brain in? Is it to stop your insides leaking out? Is it too tight? Does it cut off oxygen? What's the go?
Nah, basically, if you're a pussy and you want to wear headgear and you think you need to preserve your looks, you're going to wear it, Ad.
Yeah, well, you can see I never had to wear headgear because I don't have any looks.
Well, I don't think it's all about the looks, but anyway, let's dive into the history of headgear.
Let's do.
In the early days of mankind, when they first played rugby league, they would often find themselves an animal, such as a panda bear, rip the head off and put it on their own heads for protection. The Mongols would often find themselves a horse head and put it upon their own heads as the early form of headgear began, along with the game of rugby league itself. Then came the age of the Viking. The Vikings would wear these helmets into battle, and today the Canberra Raiders still often wear headgear such as this, made famous by Mr. Alan Tongue. And then came the age of the Knights. Of course, this kind of helmet was always kind of handy, with a visor that really helped you when it came to an eye gouge. And of course, in Russia, they opted for the soft approach, which is very close in resemblance to the headgear which is worn today. And then we make our way to World War II, when this kind of helmet was made famous by the big front rower Helmut Slobodnocker himself. Very popular and very good. And now we have the Where's Wally helmet, made popular by Dr. Zeus. But of course, being a Where's Wally helmet is perfect for centres who often go missing. So there you have it, Ads. Headgear, mate. As I said, been around for quite a long time.
It has, and I've learned a lot, and I thank you for that lesson. But of course, we all know there's only one piece of headgear that instantly makes somebody much more desirable.
Kobashi Headgear's back in town. Arigato gozaimasu. We're the boys from Kobashi, Squatchy and Borf signing out. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, my back. Back to you, boys.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's time for our last one, bold predictions. Start with you, John.
My bold prediction between the Dragons and Knights is going to be close to 60 points. Oh, there's going to be over 60 points scored.
Nice. Edric Lee to have a blinder for me.
That's not bold.
Intercept try.
Intercept try.
Oh, that is bold.
Like, remember that one against
Yes.
Manly? Was it against Manly? No, Sharks.
Sharks. It was against the Sharks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, round one last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's mine.
David Clemmer to score a try in his comeback game for the Knights.
Ooh, that
You'll
is
love
bold.
that. Awesome, guys. So that's us tonight. Good to be back. But you're on location next week, I believe.
Yeah, I'm heading up to Byron Bay for the Blues Festival on the weekend for work. Won't be back to record, I don't think. We'll see how I go, but I don't think I'll be back. I want to give a shout out to Josh for coming in and helping us tonight too. Setting up our new equipment.
Some new equipment and some more new equipment thanks to Josh coming down the track.
And Josh's assistants, Gary, Floorboard Gary. Great job as always.
So yeah, we'll keep an eye out, and we'll have Josh's company up on and check it all out.
Give him a shout out now. What's it called, Josh?
Hunter Digital Media.
Absolutely professional stuff.
Yeah.
Set us
honestly.
up tonight, looked after us.
And going to be working with us when he can. So
good work, Josh.
Look out for some stuff for Josh on our page. He'll be posting some of his own work up there as well. So
I don't know how good you are, but Floorboy Gary made you look bloody brilliant. Absolutely sensational.
Channel 9 he'll be working for us next week.
I think his business is going all right, mate. I don't.
Anyway, but yeah, we're going to give some stuff away but we've decided, because we have a special guest next week, we're going to make it a super show next week.
Super show?
Yeah. We've got...
Hang on, isn't it a super show when I'm here?
All
right, so I'm not going to be here, so you're going to have a super show. Well, I'm out of
know.
here. Dropping the mic.
What are you doing?
Hang on, you said you might be able to still make it.
I might. That would be a super show.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have some special guests next week.
Yeah.
We're going to have one in the studio. And we're going to I believe we've got one via maybe Zoom or something. So stay tuned. So if you get your designs in for the Anzac round, we'll give away some Knights merchandise. So that we've got a stack of Knights merchandise, stack of show merchandise coming. And Saya. I'll be going to see Saya on tomorrow night.
What are you getting done?
I'll be getting a bit of artwork, but he's also going to give us some vouchers to give away.
Ooh.
Thanks to Saya's Ink. So, yeah.
Tell him I'm going to come and see him soon, too.
Yeah, well, we'll take the show to him.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, any of you Ink fans out there, get on because I tell you what, there's some vouchers coming your way.
Yeah. Looking at the work he's done, mate, he's really talented.
Oh, he's a champion guy.
And
I tell you what,
talented artist.
I tell you what, if he knows that you're genuine too and you're struggling for something, you'd only have to go to say, Johnny, if he knows you and you're genuine, like, you know, myself, Johnny, I need help with this or I need help with that. First person to help you. That's the type of bloke he is. He's just a champion guy. So, yeah, I'll be heading there tomorrow night, Thursday night, because there's no work Friday.
Beautiful.
And, yeah, sitting there for a while.
Work done.
So stay tuned. And next week for our special guest, who is it, Johnny? You want to give us
I don't know. I think it's Travel Guys related. People
Is it confirmed?
It has been confirmed.
Okay.
I had to pull out the big shoes to fill your role, Andy. So,
mate, if I was half as good as this guest is, I'd be pretty happy.
So you know who the guest is?
I know who it is. Sensational.
I don't know.
You know. Come on. Come on.
Well, I want to keep. We got to keep surprises from some people, so we'll see what happens.
Anyway, so there's a couple coming through tomorrow, next week for our first. Now we've got all the new equipment up and running, and yeah, once again, thanks to Josh and thanks to Muso's Corner. Yeah, stay tuned and yeah, go the Knights, eh?
Once a night.
Always a night.
Good night.
Good night.
What's going down? Putting you there right in the frame. Rapping about a team and the latest game. Talking footy and the way we played. Ripping and tearing on a new crusade. Just trying to do what we can. As true blue die-hard New United fan. Move, it's the right time. It's that time. Bleed red and blue for a lifetime. Move, it's the right time. It's that time. Bleed red and blue for a lifetime. Move, it's the right time. It's that time. Bleed red and blue for a lifetime. Move, it's the right time. It's that time. Bleed red and blue for a lifetime. From the old trees back in 88, and the team that we see play today. Week in, week out, giving it all. Yeah, united we stand, but divided we fall. Every hit, every tackle, every cutout pass. The line right to a scoop from dummy halves. For your recap, the post-match